So, why did you click on this video? Well, I see two main reasons. Either, hi mom, yes, I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Or, you're a bit like me. When I decided to travel to South Africa, I read probably like all the possible terrible news I could read about. From travel warnings to news articles, I've probably read it all. And I got a bit paranoid. Still, we traveled to South Africa, and we had an amazing 3 weeks there. So in this video, we are going to answer the question, is South Africa a safe travel destination? But before we dive in, I would like to ask something of you. We are a small channel, and we don't really get anything for our work here on YouTube. So if you end up liking this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button. Both help us out immensely, and we would really be grateful if you could do so. So now, let's dive in. Is South Africa a safe travel destination? No. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Okay, just kidding. So South Africa definitely isn't a safe travel destination. But the answer, as everything in life, is a lot more nuanced. For a bit of background, you really should be aware that South Africa is an incredibly poor country. A third of the country is living in extreme poverty, surviving on less than $2 per day. Based on that, it's not really that shocking that some of them resort to crime to somehow survive and feed their families. While driving around South Africa, we definitely noticed this ourselves. For example, around Cape Town, you will drive past about 20 kilometers of shacks, like really basic buildings, before you even reach the city. So, will you be robbed and kidnapped everywhere you go in South Africa? Most definitely not. The main advice I can give you is just use common sense. So what do I mean here? Well, essentially, you should try and avoid giving any incentive. For example, if you're adventurous enough to take a train in South Africa, and I really wouldn't recommend you do, maybe don't have a diamond necklace around your neck. Or when you're looking for a place to stay, try and find the wealthier neighborhoods of the town. Of course, I can't provide you with a guideline for every town in South Africa, but for example in Cape Town, you want to stay close to the Table Mountain or close to the shore. Either of these environments are usually safe. However, even in these environments, when everything looks safe, you should know that all of this is just an illusion. Most places will have a high wall, maybe electrified fences on top or even barbed wire. While this serves as some deterrence, it doesn't really prevent anyone from actually taking a look at your car and maybe stealing something if you leave valuables inside. We got to witness this firsthand, or rather secondhand. So at one place we stayed at, a different couple left something of theirs in their car. In the middle of the night, I heard a car alarm, but I didn't really get up in time to see anything. Only when I got up in the morning to load our stuff into our car, I noticed that the car next to ours had its back window smashed in. Only 2 cars were parked in the parking lot, and ours was fine. Of course, there is no guarantee, but I would say this instance kind of proves that South Africans are not maniacs. If you don't really provide an incentive, they will not randomly go around and smash cars like people do in San Francisco. Every break-in, every alarm causes a risk to the thief. Often armed guards patrol neighborhoods, so the thief will not risk it if there's nothing visible in the car. The same is kind of true if you're walking around any city. For example, I don't recommend going down some weird side street with a big camera hanging around your neck. Or if your landlord tells you not to walk to the restaurant you're considering to walk to, you better listen to them. Otherwise, you shouldn't really be surprised if someone takes your camera or you come back without pants. Both of these things happened to friends of mine, and yeah, they acted against their own best judgment. So, is South Africa a safe travel destination? Most definitely not. But as long as you use your own best judgment, you should usually be fine. Most of the touristy areas you can even enjoy without having a care in the world. Driving around in Kruger National Park, you will be 100% safe. Yes, I'm aware that in general there are poachers and you will have to sign a waiver every time you check into any place that you will not hold the national park liable for any injury or any loss of property. But yeah, it is just not going to happen. Also, hiking around on Table Mountain, for example, if you're just in a group, nothing will happen to you. But again, maybe don't take the Rolex out. If you're out there on a hot day like we were, you will just encounter German tourists anyhow. The only actual danger that we've actually experienced, other than the break-in into someone else's car, is the road conditions. Depending on where you are, road conditions can be abysmal. So the most important recommendation we can give you to stay safe in South Africa is to not drive at night. Potholes the size of baby elephants, combined with speed bumps that are unmarked and really barely visible in the dark, it's already terrible enough. If you then also add people walking on the street and nocturnal animals, the chaos is absolutely guaranteed. So, as long as you use common sense and don't drive at night, which I would argue constitutes common sense as well, then South Africa is actually a really beautiful country. There wasn't a single day where we didn't encounter something new, something amazing, something that really took our breath away. So I really hope you found some peace of mind about your own travel to South Africa. It's not safe, but it's also no reason to panic. And believe me, I did panic before. So thank you for watching, and if you don't want to miss any of our wonderful videos about South Africa coming up, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Until next time.